Okay, I'm back with another advice video for real estate agents, and we're talking about how to build relationships with homeowners so that you can get your business, your real estate agency to 100 listings a year. Now, 100 listings a year, that's roughly 10 or slightly less a month. So you're gonna need to hit the ground running. But here's the thing, it's gonna take time. That's one of my key principles that I have in this field is that when I talk with realtors, I tell them, hey, 100 listings a year, 10 listings a month. Now, I work with a marketing agency, and it's something that we help realtors do. But I tell agents, right, like when I talk with them in conversation, is like, we're not going to be able to necessarily just come out there and print 100 listings for you from thin air. But this is something that's going to take time. So regardless of how you're doing it, I want you to have that in mind. It's not an event, right? It's a process. It's almost like winning a Super Bowl in the NFL. No coach or team thinks they're going to come out and win a Super Bowl this month. I mean, there isn't even a Super Bowl this month. The Super Bowl, like when I'm making this video in the month of April, the Super Bowl happened a couple months ago. The next Super Bowl is next year. So if your goal is to win a Super Bowl and you're a coach in the NFL, you understand the next shot is gonna be next year, almost 12 months from now. So you understand automatically it's a time process. What you got is this time to get ready and to put in the work daily right now and build up to that Super Bowl. That's when you're gonna get a chance. If you've done your homework right along the way in this intervening period of time, then you can get a shot next year to win the Super Bowl. Like nobody, no NFL player, coach deludes themselves into thinking by working hard this week they can win the Super Bowl. They in the Super Bowl this week. The Super Bowl is next year. So it's a process. But for some reason, business people, we get into business, we're doing business, we want that big result now. We don't want to wait. We don't understand it's a process. We don't understand there ain't no Super Bowl this year, guys, anymore. You can't win it anymore this year. Forget it. No matter how hard you work, if you're trying to win the Super Bowl, you ain't gonna win it this year. But you can do the work to prepare for next year's Super Bowl. And that's the same mindset I want realtors, I want business owners to have in mind. The big thing you're trying to do, don't be tempted into thinking it's an event. Like, oh, you're going to snap your fingers and it happens. Like, that's the wrong mindset. Business doesn't work that way. Getting listings doesn't work that way. You got to build up those relationships over time. And so here are some tips for how you can do it to get yourself to 100 listings. Now, you gotta, so it's gonna be three main categories of things. One, manual prospecting. And then two, it's gonna be dominating it on YouTube organic, because this is gonna set you up for digital success. And then three is gonna be incorporating YouTube paid advertising as well as YouTube retargeting ads and things like that. So the first part, dominating it on manual prospecting, what you wanna do here is you wanna introduce yourself to local homeowners. So if you are in a big city like LA, if you're in a big city like Houston, Texas, what you can do is, map out some neighborhoods where you can go and knock on doors. Introduce yourself as the local, whatever your brokerage, real estate agent. Hey, I'm the local Berkshire Hathaway Home Services real estate agent in this area. Just wanted to drop by and say hi, introduce myself, and see if you have any current needs for regarding real estate, and then just listen to what the homeowner says. Now, a lot of people will slam doors in your face, but here and there, people are gonna say, "Oh, that's interesting," and they'll open up, and you have a conversation, and collect their details, collect emails, phone numbers, first names, last names, put that in your CRM, right? And then, so that's the how you do that with manual door knocking. Now, with your CRM, I'll talk about that in a second. Now, you can also do this cold calling. You can cold call those neighborhoods. I suggest mixing door knocking and cold calling so that one day you're door knocking and the next day you're cold calling. Or 1 week you're door knocking, the entire next week you're cold calling those same places. And in both cases, whether door knocking or cold calling, you want to be adding people to a CRM. This is how you build up your database. That's going to be your long-term database because you're not going to close deals in week one. Unless you lock into your homeowner that says, hey, you called just at the right time. I happen to be wanting to list my property. Then you can walk them through your listing presentation. Otherwise, you're going to follow up with the majority of homeowners and, give them some tips, some advice, give them insights on what's happening in the market. Hey, home prices are coming down. This is what we are seeing. But buyer activity is picking up and there's more buyers looking at the market now. So it's getting a little bit more promising that homes don't have to languish on the market for a long time. So this is the kind of advice you can give your homeowners. And then when the deal materializes, it materializes out of those connections you have with your homeowners, right? That's what they call farming your geographic area, farming your target market. You really gotta build those relationships. Now that's the manual prospecting. On the other side, second strategy, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do essentially the same thing but on YouTube, YouTube organic. A YouTube channel is a powerful to build your real estate agency. What you're gonna do is instead of the one-to-one manual prospecting on YouTube, you're gonna do one-to-many, reaching out to literally tens and hundreds and potentially thousands of homeowners in your area through just one video. So you want to create videos on these very same topics. What's happening with the San Diego real estate market? What's happening with real estate in Galveston Bay? What's happening with real estate in Toronto, in Montreal, in Mexico City? What's happening with real estate in Sydney, Australia? Whatever your place where you happen to work, you want to talk about your real estate market. You want to give some tips to people trying to sell their homes, to people trying to buy properties. And you're building up your digital community that way. And then you add those people again to your email list. You put up some free cheat sheets, guides that they can download, and they get to put their email there and their phone number. And you get to send emails to those people, say on a weekly basis. And you also invite them to sign up for a listing presentation if they want to list your property. And that's how you build those relationships with those people. Now, in addition to these two strategies, where you're going to accelerate your progress on listings is you're gonna run retargeting ads on YouTube. With a YouTube audience, you're already getting a lot of people, homeowners, that are interested in what you're doing because they wouldn't be watching your real estate videos unless they were interested. So they are really the best prospects for your real estate business. And what you do is you want to run some retargeting ads. You can begin small, like 300, 400, 500 bucks a month retargeting ads. And then you ramp it up as you get results. And you are running retargeting to get them again onto your email list or straight to a listing presentation, but ideally to an email list where you can then email you collect their details, then you email them and you give them a phone call and you find out if they have any listing needs right now. And as you send them more emails and follow up with them over the months, that's how you're gonna get to 100 listings. Now, in addition to retargeting ads, you can also run ads on YouTube to cold audiences, which is to people that have never seen any of your videos before. And this is how you actually expand the market to make hitting 100 listings a year happen a lot faster. And so that's literally, guys, how you build those relationships with homeowners and get your real estate agency business to 100 listings, 100 home sales a year. I hope that helped you. If you need more resources, check out the links in the description.